Can you imagine? Julius earned over 60 million from his 2 fish ponds. Hello friends, ladies and gentlemen, to those people who have been asking me about the fish farming business, of course this is what I'm going to discuss about today. We managed to visit Julius, a farmer, a model farmer who is located in fortpotal, and these are the amazing things we found there. So watch this video until the very last end. More so, those people who are interested in starting commercial fish farming. So here are the 2 ponds that accommodates 2,000 fish each. Of course, Julius takes care of the tilapia fish and the mudfish, but what you're seeing are the tilapia ponds. Each pond actually has 2,000 fish, and he has 2 ponds in this location. And of course, as you're all aware, if you want to rear, take care of the tilapia fish, you must have running water, or the water is supposed to be continuously pumped in order to avail more oxygen for these fish. For the mudfish, of course, there is nothing that is required. By the way, it is the easiest type of fish anyone can actually keep, because for it survives in mud and can eat even kitchen wastes and food remains and a lot more things. So if you make your pond at home, of course you can easily keep the mudfish than these tilapia. So of course, so what you're seeing here are some of the fish that has actually spent 6 months. 6 months. Of course, if you want to enter into fish farming, you can harvest twice a year. You can harvest twice a year. Of course, you can harvest fish after every 6 months. So what you're seeing, these fish have actually spent 6 months and they are ready for harvesting. So each fish you are seeing here goes for 15,000 Uganda shillings. Yes, 15,000 Uganda shillings after 6 months. And when you're buying it, by the way, I don't know whether fish, the young one is called fish, small fish, or what. You can guide me in the comment section. But what I know, the young fish, when they are being brought here to the pond, each fish costs 300 shillings. 300 shillings, and you sell at 15,000 to 20,000 after 6 months. So these fish are actually very much profitable. So according to Julius, he has managed to earn over 60 million from these 2 ponds. And of course, as you are well aware, it is twice a year. So it means in a year, these ponds are, when he harvests, he actually gets 120 million, including the costs of raising them. Of course, they feed on feeds and he buys feeds for them. But ideally, if you want to take care of tilapia fish, of course, you need to be having a source of water that flows naturally. It becomes cheaper for you to, of course, have the ponds where you're going to keep the fish and of course feed them from there. However, for those people who want to make ponds at their respective homes, yes, of course, you can alternatively opt for the mud fish. The mud fish also, the one that has spent actually 6 months, also got 25 to 30,000 Uganda shillings. Of course, that is much cheaper because the feeds are actually readily available. The vegetables you waste every day, food remains, can actually help you to raise fish. So before, we used to know maybe fish is only got from the lakes, from the sea, from the big rivers, but today fish farming is very possible, even if you want to do it at your home, in your backyard, and can be managed, of course, in an easy way. Remember, you don't need to treat fish. It's not like other animals and birds that we keep, chicken and cattle. No, for fish it is a matter of putting them in water and ensure that the water they are staying in is actually safe. And after doing that, everything will be ready for you. You wait for your time as you put in feeds to harvest these fish and also take them to the market. So here what you are seeing, these ponds can generate 60 million after 6 months. And as I told you, the fish is actually only 300 Uganda shillings. Can you imagine? Only 300 Uganda shillings. So the biggest cost will be on maybe digging these ponds, because as you can see, that's the initial cost you need to have in place, and of course buy the fish, and it will be a continuous business. The biggest challenge, according to Mr. Julius here, with fish are predators and actually thieves. But if you want to make this in a safer way, you need to create a fence around your ponds, or even put there a mesh to avoid predators from taking the fish. So when we go to the other side of the mudfish, of course you can keep the mudfish alongside some birds, because they eat also bird droppings, they eat vegetables, they eat waste food and a lot more other things. So what you're seeing here is actually a pond that is at home, and it is for the mud fish. Of course, for them they are easy to manage, they are easy to raise, and of course the market is also there. So if you are interested in fish farming, Biglad Agro Tourism Farm is the best, is the answer for you. They actually have a lot of things there. We have looked at fish farming, but there are a lot of other activities that are performed there, as you're going to watch on my video at the end. Of course, that is going to take you to the detailed farm practices, activities that are done there, fish farming, quail farming, and also we have macademia growing, we have vanilla growing, and a lot more other things. So I implore you, watch the video that you're seeing next in order to learn what Biglad does. And if you want to visit, he's a very free man. He's welcoming. It is just a matter of making an appointment, and they will receive you and have a farm tour. So if this is the best video for you, share it to a friend. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, can you consider subscribing? We shall be sharing much more other farming tips. Thank you so much, and have a nice time. Bye.